Delish. That's a great start.
Yeah, that's a good one. What's up, fancy hairdressers? Welcome back to another episode of This Is a Bad Idea podcast. I'm your host, Jacob Kahn. With me, as most of the time, is
that my turn?
It's your turn.
Oh, Ben.
It's
Hello.
Ben. Hello, and we've got a special guest with us today, a Miss Sonna Brado.
It's wrong.
Bordeaux.
It is wrong.
It's Sonna Bordeaux.
Yeah, I think
Dang
so.
it.
I think that's how they say it.
Sonna Brado.
Sonna Brado. Okay, so it is even Brado. It's not even Brado.
Nope.
It's not any of that. It's
Nope.
Sonna Brado.
Yes.
How often? So we are here in Canada,
Toronto.
where we are,
Canadian.
and
Canada.
we're here with Goldwell and KMS. You've worked with them for a long time. How often do people who work with you at Goldwell say your name wrong?
Every single time.
Every time.
Every time. Yes.
I think Rob said your name like 6 different ways or something while we were there.
It's amazing the different renditions of my name. I mean, it's Sonna Brado, Sonna Brado, Sonna Brado, Sonna Brado.
I think a Bordeaux is maybe my
A
favorite.
Bordeaux. I am a Bordeaux.
It sounds
Bordeaux,
like
yeah.
very
Bordeaux.
fancy.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
Bordeaux
like a
is
wine,
nice. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's fun.
the Sonna Bordeaux.
Yes.
What's your favorite?
That I've ever heard.
Yeah. What's the crazy? What's the one that stands out to you?
Craziest. This was when I was in elementary school, and it was actually my maiden
Was
name
this
was Miller.
always your name?
You didn't
You mean
change it
before I got married? No, it wasn't
I
my
mean,
name.
as you were a
Oh,
kid.
I didn't even think about that. This is Mark's last
Yes,
name.
yes.
What's your original last name?
Miller.
Miller.
Yes.
And how do you
Pretty
spell that?
easy.
Standard spelling?
M-I-L-L-U-R-E. Miller.
Miller.
So my craziest one was sonar.
Oh,
I don't know how the
man.
teacher got that out of sauna, but they called me sonar.
So this is in school.
Well, it sounds
Yes.
like they added an R at the end is how they did it.
That's like the
That would be sonar, though.
the Key and Peele skit where they're like the substitute teacher saying names and they're like, "We're Sonar," and you're like, "It's Sonna," and he's like, "Get the hell out of here!
You're not in my class.
Stop messing with me!" Oh man.
Yeah.
So have you been to Canada a bunch of times before, or is this your first trip up here too?
No, I've been here quite a few times. I have a sister who lives here, so I was
She
actually.
lives by Canada, dude.
I
She
forgot
lives
you're in
by
Seattle,
Canada.
so you go to
Yes.
that kind of Canada.
Yes, yeah. Well, that the West Coast Canada. Yeah, she lives in Vancouver
Okay.
Are you from Washington all the time?
most of the time.
Okay.
What?
Thank you.
I travel a ton, so most of the time I'm from Washington.
But you were born there.
I was born in Portland, Oregon.
Okay.
Oh, I've
Yeah.
heard of it.
Yeah. You've
What-
heard of Portland?
Yeah, never been there.
Yeah.
You've never
Green.
been to
It's
Portland?
green.
Really?
I haven't.
It's very green.
I'm very surprised by that. Have I been somewhere that you have not? I feel like it's not a normal situation with our relationship.
Yeah, I guess it's true.
You know, not missing much these days. I feel like.
Oh, boy. We're going to have to bleep
Yeah, I
that.
have to get rid of this whole episode again just
Yeah.
because of me.
I do like to bleep things, as everyone
Yeah,
does.
that is a continuous theme of the podcast is that he will say things like people's names or something or addresses, so we have to bleep them out.
It's fun. So now we'll be bleeping Portland. And everyone will wonder
What city
state.
in Oregon?
What
Yeah,
happened?
We bleeped Portland, but it's like what city in Oregon does Jake not like?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So how long have you been doing this, like doing shows and teaching and doing all that jazz?
Oh my gosh. At least since 92.
That's 1992?
1990, not 2000 or 2092.
And that's
Or
when you.
1892.
1892. No, not. Oh my God, no.
We knew that you
Yeah.
looked great.
I just met you.
Like that
For
you
your
were immortal.
age.
We say that all the time that you're immortal.
You know, they always say that I have a fountain of youth in my backyard.
You
it was
must
an
have
apple. It was an
something.
apple tree. Now it's a fire pit. But I just go out there a lot.
Oh, is that like you're saying that you actually have a fire pit in the backyard and relaxation is what keeps you young? Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Relaxation, wine. You know, all the good things.
Little red wine. It's
Little
good
red
for the
wine.
heart.
Absolutely.
Keeps you from aging in a general way. So 1992 is when you started teaching. That's not when you started doing hair.
You really want to know that? You're going to ask me that.
I mean, you have
when I
just-
started doing hair.
What? I mean.
Okay, 1982.
And so when did you start working at the Topless Salon? That's what I was just trying to get
I
at,
have
really.
never worked at a topless salon.
Okay, so we were told we were led astray. What
You
what
were
did
definitely
do?
led astray. I worked at a salon where, well, I owned the salon at that point. I bought the salon.
You owned it? Whoa.
Yes. Well, how else would I get away with that kind of stuff?
I thought it was a requirement when you got hired.
No. I bought a salon, and it was in a small town called Cheney, a college town. And there was one other stylist, and we would work literally in our bathing suits and bare feet.
Why would you do that?
Was it outside?
I don't know. No, it was not outside. It was inside. But they had a great rooftop area that we would go up and like sunbathe in between clients.
That sounds super awesome, actually.
Yeah, pretty cool. And my dog was in the salon.
And what was the name of this salon?
I don't know if I can say that. It was
We'll
it was
bleep
named
it.
throughout my entire salon ownership. Jazz Salon.
So
And
why
we'll have bleeped all that.
were you worried about saying that? Why can't you say it?
Well, because somebody else owns Jazz now.
Yeah,
Did they wear
are
bathing
they in a
suits
bathing
during
suit?
They do not wear bathing suits.
So they're
no.
fine.
They're fine.
Well, they
yes.
should.
They're not as fine.
They might want to. Well,
That's why they don't wear the bathing suit.
Yeah.
Heyo.
Hey-o.
Look out. Well, that's fun. Does that ever bother you? Do you have a large male clientele at the time?
You know, actually, I did.
Yeah,
I was like 21 years old. You know what? I mean, you're in a college town. We did shows up at the pub, the Pence Union building. I mean, it was just kind of it was a fun time.
You did hair shows?
Oh, yeah, hair shows.
That you were putting these on?
Oh, yes.
That's cool.
Yep. You know, local artists would do the clothing and music, and we would be out on the steps out in front of the pub. I had a shaved head, big old bangs.
Really? You had a
yeah.
Chelsea? Like you just had the bangs with the Rex?
Chelsea. Oh, yeah.
That's what we call a Chelsea haircut.
Not bald, but, you know, just like the number one.
Yeah, but
And it
still.
was,
But
yeah,
then you had
bleach,
bangs.
bleach blonde.
Then you
No,
had-
I had huge bangs.
Man,
That sounds
Yeah.
awesome.
Everything else is shaved and you had bangs, and I would call
Absolutely.
it
That's
a
Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Okay,
Yeah.
that is a Chelsea.
I wonder, is that like like saying things like a Chelsea or a Firefly or
That's like a punk rock thing at Chelsea.
Yeah, but is that like saying a wolf cut? You know,
I think
for
so.
us,
Kind
really?
of. Yeah.
I guess
Even
that's
for you
true.
youngins.
I guess maybe.
Oh man. So,
I'm scared
why? Why are you scared?
because I've been doing shows with you guys for like this is our fourth show up in Toronto.
Yeah.
And you asked me to be on the podcast, and now I'm scared
And
because
you'll
you know
remember
just
that-
enough to be dangerous
Yeah, and today we did the whole class in our bathing suits in
and bare feet.
I was going to ask if the hair ever bothered you doing it barefooted, like cutting hair with no shoes on.
Yes.
It
Yeah,
did.
that was always a problem.
How long did this last for? How long did you do that
it was
for?
maybe 1 or 2 summers. It was brief.
Yes, it was always a problem.
But I lived next to the salon. Like, it was an apartment complex right across from like Greek Row, and my dog was in the salon. The music was so loud you had to turn it down to answer the phone.
What was this
And-
dog's name?
Shally.
Okay.
Shillelagh.
Shillelagh.
Irish setter. Irish
Okay.
setter.
Oh, okay. So
But we hid from the UPS man. Why?
Because you were
To scare
wearing a
him.
bathing suit?
Exactly. No.
Oh.
We had mirrors on the ceiling. There were tons of plants,
My
like
goodness.
maroon, burgundy, lots of wood. I know you guys didn't expect this.
Oh, I'm loving it.
But-
That's perfect.
But we would literally run around the corner. There were mirrors on the ceiling. We would hide from the UPS man and look up. And he would come in. There'd be clients in the chair. And we would be just like laughing. People would be DJing. It was a cool place.
That is wild.
Yeah.
Wow. So, and you have just recently sold a salon. Like you no
Yes.
longer own a salon.
No longer own a salon.
This
Nope.
entire time you've owned a salon since that.
Yes.
Did the culture
Yes.
change?
Oh,
in the salon?
100%.
So you weren't recently hiding from the UPS man,
Gosh,
pranking
no.
the UPS
No,
man.
we're like, we don't want him to come in now because he brings lots of orders and, you know, that costs a lot of money.
Yeah. You're like, oh my God, there's a
Yeah.
bunch of boxes.
Yeah.
Our
How many
UPS guy
boxes?
calls me number one. He goes, hey, number one.
He does.
Give me
Sup,
that
number
check.
one. And I'm like, well, I have to pay him. I guess he gets paid by UPS, right?
Well, yeah.
You know,
Yeah, you'd think.
but
He keeps showing up.
I don't know why he calls me number one. I think he said it was because we order more stuff than a few other
You are
salons
number
that,
one.
that he goes to. So he's like, oh, you're number one because you have a
You
bunch of
order the
boxes.
most.
You get the most
We
boxes.
do get a lot of boxes.
So you were like kind of a wild child.
Oh, no.
No?
Hell no.
Really?
I was not a wild child.
Well,
I
you're
was
saying that you're
I was just
pranking the
very,
du-
I was
the-
very creative and very, I don't know,
So you
creative.
so you weren't getting in trouble though. That's not a, you were
No.
no trouble.
No trouble.
Okay.
Ever.
I would have said these are lies.
can
You,
bleep
you need to spill it.
No, I was not. No, I actually didn't get in trouble.
What were you like when you were young?
I'm still
Not
young.
that you're not young now.
I mean,
What
like
do
a
you mean?
child.
Thank you,
I mean,
Ben.
I would
Thank
ask
you.
you the same thing, or have me
You
ask.
know,
Come on.
okay, you mean
Back
before?
in the 1800s,
When you were
what was that like?
when
Thank
you were a
you.
kid or like a teenager or whatever, what were
Oh,
you
I
like?
thought you were
mean
talking to
say.
Ben. I mean Lestat.
The vampire Lestat. Yeah, he doesn't know. He doesn't know what that is.
Oh gosh.
I
You
love
do.
all those. Yeah,
You
I
do.
definitely.
Okay,
I love
okay.
that.
Okay.
Ben is not like sci-fi or
No,
anything like
no,
that.
that's Anne Rice.
Yeah, but I mean, I still think of like vampires, or like as you know, I mean, fantasy,
Twilight.
sci-fi, whatever. But Ben is like not into that sort of thing. Nothing where people have any kind of powers. He doesn't like
Oh.
that.
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't really like that much fiction, really.
Yeah. What? But you did like Harry
Hmm.
Potter.
Yeah, I make some exceptions, just like my white food thing.
Yeah. Do you know about Ben's white food situation?
You know, I heard
We
about
don't
it at
have
lunch
to
today.
rehash it.
We
I
don't
did
have to
read.
rehash
No,
on every
yogurt,
episode?
Been
no
on, like, every
pasta, no
single episode.
rice, no. Oh wait, brown
No,
rice.
rice is okay.
Rice is okay. Rice is acceptable.
I was like, what about brown rice?
Yeah, brown rice, great.
Or
I would
boiled rice.
actually pick white rice over brown rice.
I'm just trying to sculpt this. Well, you didn't want to talk about it.
I love just a white food thing like flowers.
It's a milk situation, is what it is. It's a cream and milk and just like a weird.
So no cream in your coffee
No.
ever.
He's Americano.
Okay.
Iced Americano.
I don't even really drink coffee except for like if we're going to a coffee place, then I will get something.
I think it's
What
because I
what
drink
is
so
wrong
many.
with
I drink
you?
so many coffees that you drink coffees when we're doing this sort of thing. I feel like because I'm always like, let's grab a coffee real quick.
Yeah,
you do
I
this
don't
every week.
ever want it.
That's true.
Really.
But he just one day a week or something. He'll do it in the morning.
Yeah.
You
I'll
know.
get it
Okay.
if we're going. Just because it's like I will get like a Gatorade or a fruit thing if that is an option, but it's usually not.
Yeah,
Like
he'll
in
get a
hotel.
muffin. He loves a
I do
muffin
like
in the
a-
but
morning.
never white.
like
never a white
I do
food.
like a blueberry muffin.
Yeah, he's into
Okay.
a blueberry
Well-
muffin. But I'm trying to sculpt like what.
I know you are. I'm trying to lead you astray.
Yeah. Why?
I'm trying to take you down a different path.
I want to know what it was like. Or is it, if you don't want to talk about it, I suppose that's fine. But this is the place to talk about it for sure. I mean, nobody listens to this
Okay,
podcast.
what is your actual question?
Yeah, what is the question again?
Well, I was asking about you as a teenager. What were you like
God,
that led
teenager.
you to this moment of sort of free-spirited salon owner?
Okay, so I grew up in just like a normal family.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the second of 4 kids, and as a second child, it's always you have to express yourself. You've got
So you're kind of like almost like a middle child there, Ben.
totally a middle child because I literally was the only child as far as I was concerned. Anyway, but I grew up in 4-H. We were, into
What is
all
that?
kind of 4-H, Head, Heart, Hands, Health.
You know what that is, Ben?
I have heard
The
of it, but I did
clover?
not know
The
what it
clover?
meant.
What does that mean?
That's
Yeah.
farm animals.
didn't know what it
Oh
and
yes. You. I do know.
Okay.
So you like we're milking cows and stuff like that when you were a kid.
No, we had dogs, and the name of our 4-H was cassava pads, cooking and sewing and photography and biking and.
So it's not all
Whatever.
farm stuff.
No, not
it's
at
just
all.
like utility things, like things that you can
Yeah.
use.
It's like
It's like
Boy
Girl
Scouts or Girl
Boys- yeah,
Scouts or something.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. So I grew up in that, going to camp. I was never kind of your model student. I was always the B or C student, but if I wanted to, I could have gotten A's. I just didn't want to.
Didn't want to.
Couldn't care. Couldn't care less. No.
And what of regular scholastic school did you go to? Like where did you
Just
end
high
off?
school.
Yeah.
And then my parents. I
You
was
skipped
in.
right to high school.
Yeah, they
She
did.
didn't do.
I
she
didn't
do
do grade
elementary
school
or
or
middle.
in the middle. No, I just went to high school when I was
4-H
3.
as a kid.
Yeah.
Right
She
into
goes
high school.
milking cows right into calculus.
I
Doogie
spent
Howser.
like 15 years in high school. They
So-
wouldn't pass me on.
Really?
I'm kidding.
I was gonna say, did you actually?
Oh my
maybe
gosh.
all these jokes could be rooted in truth. I
I
have
know
to
they
check.
could. They could. You have to double check them. But I went to like the vocational school, and I took cooking, and I love to cook, but I love to bake, and so I worked in a restaurant, and my parents came in there and said, "We'll put you through cosmetology school if you want to go." And I thought, why? I'm a waitress. Why would I want to do that?
So it was your parents' idea to do
Yeah.
hair. Like you didn't even
Yeah.
express that you liked
Nope,
it or anything.
Not at all. I always
That's
braided my
weird.
little sister's
Yeah,
hair.
I've never heard of something like that happening before.
It's almost
Yeah.
always the opposite.
I know. And I went to school, and I remember, and this was such a pivotal time for me. I remember when they put us on the floor. I don't know if you guys remember that
school?
that moment. Yeah, when you went on the floor in school. And I remember
Yeah, I
coming up to the office with my posse because I had a posse. Like, okay, you cannot put us out there on the floor because we do not know how to cut hair.
So you were like
that's
staging
the
a
whole point.
protest already as soon as you got
100% protesting.
Yeah, that's why you go to the floor to learn to do a $5 haircut or whatever.
Right.
How much
And-
was the haircut at your school?
I don't know, maybe 3.
I think mine was 7.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
mine
wasn't
was
much.
5.
Was it?
It wasn't much. I was a little before you guys, so
It's just
3.
inflation has begun.
Inflation. Yeah, at beauty school.
2 years after you went to school, it was $2 more back then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I mean, I remember walking to the office, and of course there were cigarettes, in the ashtrays, and all the clients
you were
smoked
smoking
at that
in there at
point.
the time. Wow,
I never
that's
smoked,
wild.
but yeah, they all smoked, which is why I never wanted to go to school at all.
It seems
because-
like every hair school person smokes.
oh
for
yeah,
real.
and my hairdresser.
I smoked in hair school like a chimney.
Oh God.
I did.
You probably smell
Horribly.
boy.
Well,
I can't. And now I can't even imagine like the concept of being like smoke a cigarette, go do a client.
Yeah, and breathe on them.
and like touch them with your cigarette hands or anything
Yeah.
like that. Just so insane
No,
to me.
just put a little bit of spray over the top.
You
Yeah,
put
and then
some
you
Bath,
smell good.
Bath and Beyond.
You wash your hands,
Yes.
Whatever.
you spritz
Spritz.
and walk through it, and you go like, "Now I'm fine." And you're like, now that I don't smoke, like someone does that, I'm like, "No, you fucking reek. You
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
smell like a cigarette,
Yeah.
like so bad." And I still want
Yeah,
one.
what's so interesting is at our salon, through the years, if somebody was a smoker, it was definitely something that was like, I don't know if I want to hire them, even though you could never ask, but you don't have to ask. You can always
You don't
tell.
have to ask. Yeah,
No.
if they smoke, you know.
And there's
Anybody have any statute of limitation cases
Right.
against discrimination
yeah.
by Sonia
we never
Brado?
did because Sonna Brado.
That's who you should file against.
She would not hire me
filing
because-
against Sonna Brado. Sonna Brado. But it never stopped us from hiring somebody, but it was always a consideration.
Because you had gone to this cosmetology school where people smoked,
Yeah, I
and it
think it
just
was-
like
yeah.
traumatized you into
Yeah,
not
literally.
wanting to be around it.
Right.
So that is the case. Okay.
That is the case, yeah. Yeah.
And so, did you ever actually hire anyone that smoked or catch someone that smoked?
Absolutely,
And then
yeah.
fire them immediately?
No, never fired anybody for that. Not at all.
What
did
is
you fire
yeah,
people
a good
for?
thing that you
there
fired
it
someone
comes.
for?
Drugs on the job. We had one
What
gal.
drugs?
I have no idea, but an ambulance showed up.
Oh, no,
and-
it was serious. Okay.
Oh yeah, no, there was one gal that it was a couple times, and we kept trying to work with her, and finally it was like, nope, done. I'm tapping out.
It's kind of sad.
I know.
Want it to be funny.
Yeah.
Want it to be like, accidentally came to work with no pants, like forgot to wear pants or
No,
something.
no, it wasn't that.
Well, they didn't
More
wear
tragic.
pants at this place.
Do you know?
Right,
any-
they wore swimsuits.
Yes,
Yeah.
no one was allowed to wear. They wore pants to work, so we fired them.
Yeah. You came in a full
You
regular
need your
outfit.
swimsuit.
So now, well, I mean, I think I already know the answers to these things, but so you're taking a sabbatical
Yes, I'm on a 6-month sabbatical.
from clients. How does that feel to be doing hair for multiple decades? Now, first amount of time that's this amount of time that you will have not done hair.
Absolutely. I'm 2 months into my 6-month sabbatical.
Okay, ooh, yeah.
And
You have a lot of content still. I still see you sharing all
yeah.
of this content.
I pre-recorded so much stuff because I knew I was going on sabbatical, but I'm starting to feel like I want new stuff. And so I've got a studio in my upstairs, and I'm starting to just record some different things because I feel like, on Instagram or any social media, you have to continue to change.
Totally.
And I feel like right now my content is looking very much the same, probably because I pre-recorded a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And duh. But I think that there's so much more
Are you gonna do
to share.
a new background? Because like something about your videos,
I know.
you recognize
Right.
them right away. You see the
Absolutely.
salon, you see the picture,
Yep.
the color, style of the salon. Ours is the same way. It's like if you see one of ours, like you see
Yeah,
the brick.
you see the brick.
Yeah.
I always know when it's you or Ben. I mean, I immediately know because of the background
Yeah.
who it is.
So are you going to decide a moment like that, like design a thing in the house? You said a studio.
Yeah, my studio is upstairs in my house, and I just bought with my photographer. This background is by Molo. It's actually a exhibit in the Museum of Modern Art.
Okay.
And it's these expandable walls.
Yeah, I was like, it's something that like folds out, like walls that fold out.
It's like
yeah.
an accordion, and you can create different shapes with it. And I think it's really cool. I haven't figured out lighting or sound yet, but
Lighting is hard.
It's hard,
Lighting's
yeah.
so hard. We actually brought in a friend of Ben's to do all the lighting upstairs, and he like crushed it out. He put these like lights, like very flat lights. It almost
They're
seems like he just
LED.
opened up a bunch of skylights in
Yeah,
the room.
Really?
It feels like just like perfect sunlight.
He's moving up your way.
What's his name?
Clay is moving?
Yeah.
Is he moving to Seattle or
He's
Spokane?
moving to Washington somewhere.
What?
Okay.
Iowa or
Okay.
something like
Wait a minute. Washington or
Idaho. We're
Iowa?
losing our electrician.
Idaho.
that. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Iowa.
Not Iowa.
Washington or Iowa?
You
I'm
can,
thinking, do you mean DC or?
No, you're in Washington.
No,
Okay,
no.
then it's
Yeah,
Idaho.
way over there.
Okay. Then he's probably
No, they
close
were-
to Spokane because I'm
yeah.
close to Idaho,
Okay.
Yeah.
where I'm at.
He'll be happy
Clay,
to come and
call
hook you
me.
up.
Yeah, it's called Handsome Electric. That's what it's called.
Is
you
he
want to
handsome?
use it. He is.
Is he
He's a beautiful
handsome?
man.
Yeah, and he does good.
He does do great
Okay.
work.
I'm
telling
calling-
you,
I'm
no,
calling- I'm
I did not
calling
know.
Clay. I'm
Now I
calling Clay.
definitely am probably going to redo all the lights downstairs too.
You
When I was like
better. Before Clay
considering it
leaves.
and was like, kicking around the idea, but knowing that he's not going to be there possibly, we're going to have to just like do it,
Grab
spend the
him.
money to do
You
it.
better hurry.
It just makes it look so much better. The light in the salon is such a like point of contention
It's
Yeah,
in
hard.
the salon.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
And
remember
ours
spending-
is like it's been several things over the years, and so there's just like kind of like
parts of it.
yeah, just
Yeah.
an amalgamation
Lighting
of
and
crazy different
parts.
lights and whatever.
Yeah, we gotta
Yeah.
I'm gonna rip all the track lights out and do these like flat skylights like you did
they look
before.
awesome. Whatever, that was a great episode commercial
For Handsome Electric.
For Handsome Electric.
Call
Also,
them at-
t-shirts
Clay.
available. Handsome Electric t-shirts. People
Yeah, he's
saw me
got,
wearing
like-
this shirt of his, and so many people were asking about this like shirt that he made.
Yeah, use code.
you see it?
This
You
is
know
a
the
bad
shirt
idea
now?
for
But-
20% off your next
okay.
electrical order.
Servicing.
No, but I have a friend. She was my first apprentice. Her name is Zoe, and she's my creative partner. We do just crazy stuff. Like we go into the garden, we pick flowers and plants, and we create hairstyles out of them that you have to draw first with your left hand if you're right-handed.
This is like an exercise that you do.
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
for creativity, just pushing your limits. I mean, we'll cut hair blindfolded, razor cut hair with a straight blade.
That pushes your limits right
It
to the
does,
hospital.
Yes, and she has a store, a salon, and I have a shirt here that's Spokane, which is so cool because Spokane, it's S-P-O and then a can, and I'm going to start wearing it in different places that I go and taking pictures and tagging her.
Oh, and see if people will know what it
Yeah,
means.
It'll be a whole thing. There'll be
It's a
shirts
whole
everywhere.
thing. I mean, we have this huge race. It's called Bloomsday in Spokane. It's the largest timed road race in the world.
Oh, it's a road race, like a
road
car
ra-
race.
No. Road race.
Bicycles?
Road running.
Running.
Road race. You keep getting
You
slower.
use your
Slower?
feet.
Yeah, okay.
Use your feet, like not my bare feet though. That I was in the
They're
salon.
covered in hair. You can't run outside
no,
like that.
Splinters.
No, but I mean, it's going to be really cool. It just the shirt thing made me think of it.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that is cool. We don't do anything. We've maybe considered doing some YouTube videos for entertainment for things like that, like sort of challenges or whatever, but
Yeah.
not like to
Or your
purposely.
scissors, different places. That'd be cool.
We put them. Where would you want me to put them? What would we-
Different cities.
oh, I can take a picture of the scissor. Like it's a,
Yeah.
follow the traveling
Yeah.
scissor. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, we could use it to be cutting that big CN tower right
Yes,
outside.
like just like
we could
Oh,
cut
that
the
would be
space
like
cool.
needle.
snip it.
That's-
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Look.
We'll cut the Statue of Liberty.
Okay, so you've had Ben. You also did not do
Oh my
any
gosh.
more education outside of high school besides hair school, right? Or did you? I can't remember.
Life
Yeah, I've been to
education.
the School of Hard Knocks.
The School
Yep.
of Hard Knocks. Okay, so you've learned in the streets.
I got 4 years.
So all of us have the same. He doesn't even know what he's saying after that. We all have the same scholastic.
Oh gosh, here it comes.
education.
Yeah,
Right?
I think you can
And
say that,
there's a stigma. We all know of the stigma.
I'm bad at trivia.
Well, it's not trivia.
Oh God, they told me they were going to do this.
Well, who are you talking to?
yeah. The camera, the
Anybody who's
people out
listening,
there.
anybody who's listening,
Yeah, I
just
mean,
know that I'm bad at trivia.
there's a stigma about hairdressers that we're not smart, right? You've heard this before. You ever been accused of not being
yeah.
smart for being a hairdresser, or like heard this?
Oh yeah,
You know what is a funny thing is that I've heard it a lot from hairdressers that there is this rumor.
Yeah, they're the
Right,
ones
but
that
other people-
keep this
I've
rumor
never
alive.
had someone tell me that they
No.
think I'm dumb because I'm a hairdresser.
but wait, we were in line at a bank, and someone was talking about being a hairdresser, and I don't know if it's the bank teller. They said, "Oh, you don't want to do that. You'll never make any money."
Well, that is a thing.
And
As a bank teller.
Yeah, a bank teller.
How
who's
much do you
just crushing
guys
down
make?
37,000
right,
a year or whatever?
Right. And so we set that
Sorry,
right.
bank tellers. No offense.
Yeah, I mean you can definitely make a boatload of money being a hairdresser, but I think
Yeah.
the problem
And a
is
banker.
and a banker, not a bank teller, but a banker. But I think the problem is that hairdressers are not declaring their income, or
True.
Or I think a lot of people do use it as a passive income, and the income they do declare is like
Yeah, it's a-
12
yeah.
grand or
Yeah.
whatever they decided to do with
Yep.
some haircuts or whatever, And there's a lot of people that not a lot of people. Like even like what story you just told didn't like go like I want to be a hairdresser. Like you just sort of like do that. You
Right.
happen to do it, or you end up doing it, or something.
You do it
know?
because you're too dumb to go to regular college.
Because you're an idiot.
But
Like
you know
us.
what? Do you know how smart we get once we're hairdressers?
What do you mean? How smart do we get? Is this like a
We get-
how smart do we get?
No, I'm
let's
just
answer
saying.
a couple questions and we'll see.
Yeah.
How smart do we get? But literally, people think that you can't do anything, and so you go to hair school. But literally, people that go to hair school are some of the most successful people that I know.
That's
And
true.
some
So
of the
they
most
become
least
smart.
successful.
Well,
yeah, I
but
know both.
I know Ben
because I also
Ben has taken
mostly
this
know a
somewhere.
lot of hairdressers too. So I know some good, real successful ones,
Yep.
and some not.
Well, like
so
in
good
any,
ones.
like a banker.
Yeah,
or a bank
But you
teller.
don't know as many not successful bankers if you're like if you
That's
like you
true.
know a lot of bankers.
I do
They're
know a
usually all
few.
making a lot of money.
But
There's
are
one
they
banker.
successful?
He only
Are
has
they
like $3 or
happy?
$4. People are only keeping like a few dollars in his bank. It's nothing. Okay, so
Here
we
it
have
comes.
a segment here
What a
called
segue.
What a segue!
Oh,
I
that
know. I'm
was,
like, here it
that
comes.
was pretty
Stump the
strong.
Stylist.
Oh God!
Song is playing.
Please something.
The song
Yes.
is
There's,
great.
there's a theme song for all these segments.
Yeah, it goes like stump, stump.
Oh, great!
Stump,
You're
stump.
gonna succeed. I know you're gonna
stump.
succeed.
So we're gonna play too. So we're
good.
all gonna
Oh,
play.
thank goodness.
It's not
Okay.
just gonna be only you.
Nice. I'm not on the spot.
So why don't we start off with Ben? I'll ask you a question first, Ben,
Okay, fine. I'll be right here.
and then we'll go from there. Let's see. Ben, how many? Okay, I have to explain the game. I haven't explained the game. Essentially,
right.
we're going to ask you questions that are from a 1st through 4th grade. We skipped the 5th grade. 1st through 4th grade level.
We're not smarter than a 5th grader, but sometimes we're as smart
Sometimes
as a
we're
first,
Third grader or
second,
Smart
third,
first.
or
through
fourth.
4th grader.
Definitely not a 5th.
But you know, I may have forgotten something. So just
A
cut
lot
me
of it
some
is,
slack.
I will say, the ones that people get wrong, it's because it's a memorization of a random thing that you don't need to know for the rest of your life, usually.
Yeah,
but,
and if you haven't
Thanks,
recently been in 5th grade, you probably won't remember.
It's been a while.
but certain things will be, you'll totally get it. It'll be fine. Okay, Ben, how many syllables are in the word rhinoceros?
Oh boy. I think this is one that you could figure out if you could like kind of work it out in front of yourself here, you know.
You can't. What do you mean?
Rhinoceros.
So can you count? How many was that?
Was that 5?
Can you wind the tape back
Mess
and
them
let me
up.
count that a little bit? That was it in reverse. Did you notice that? Thank you, Todd, for that.
Thanks, Todd.
Editing, yes, that was pretty strong.
So how many?
I think it sounds like 4.
4 is absolutely correct. Good
Oh,
job.
boy.
4 syllables in rhinoceros. Does that make you feel a little better? If
a gift.
people get real people get real nervous and then they hear that and it's fine after that. Okay.
Washington 3.
Sonna, here we go. You're up next.
Okay.
We're on
Hit me.
2nd grade at the
Oh,
moment.
What category is this? Is this English or something? Literature?
That was English.
Yeah, I mean, are we still staying with that? Or are you moving?
No, we're gonna move on. I'm trying to get past the math right now.
Yeah, we never can do math.
All right, we're on history.
Oh God.
How do you feel
Okay.
about history? You don't
I-
like it.
Okay, try.
You don't
I mean,
like that
just-
there's
no,
been
come on.
history.
I like there's history.
Okay.
It's important.
Who was the first president of the United
You know, I
States?
practiced this
Well,
one.
we're in Canada right now, so maybe you don't know.
I don't
Who
know.
is the first Canadian prime minister?
Oh no, don't do that.
I don't know that.
I have no idea.
Who
But I
is
think
any
George
Canadian prime minister?
Washington.
George Washington is
be the
correct.
right
You did
answer.
it. Very good. Here you go, Ben. You can do mine.
Thank you.
You got that point in. See,
you.
hairdressers are not stupid.
Yeah, see.
Trudeau. I know one prime minister, right? Is that what he is?
What's
That
his
was
first
2
name?
prime ministers. There's a Trudeau and a Trudeau.
No, it's his dad. Him and his dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, have both
Both?
been. And there's nothing like a legacy, you know? They're like the Bushes.
The Bushes.
Has
Yeah.
that
Of
kind
the-
of thing ever happened in America?
No.
The Bushes.
Even though we just said
Oh,
the Bushes. We got the Bushes. We got
There
we
might
have
be
anyone else
Trumps.
that has done that? No, there won't be.
Oh,
I don't
you
think
never
so.
know.
We're gonna have to bleep all that.
No, it's fine. Sonna's starting a campaign.
No,
for,
I'm not.
what's his name? The real young one that's 80 feet tall.
I have no idea.
He's running, I hear, in 30 years or something. All right, what do you got for me there, Ben? Let's see how I do. We have prior knowledge of these.
Yeah, this one kind of relates to something that I've just mentioned moments ago.
What?
Rhinoceros.
Yeah, what is the animal with a big old horn on the front of it?
Are you serious? How many?
4 syllables. Sometimes
syllables.
2, sometimes
What
1.
are we in biology right now?
No, that's not even it.
Okay.
The Statue of Liberty was a gift from whom?
I know this one.
From the French.
Dang it. I knew that
That's
one.
correct.
The French. It's from the Quebecans. How do you say
the French
people
Canadians.
from Quebec?
Quebec.
But if you are
Not
from there,
Quebec.
what do you say? Like you are
No.
a Quebecian? Quebecan?
Quebecian? Quebec.
Quebecan?
Quebec.
Yeah, I don't know.
Probably so. You want to go ahead and go outside and ask a stranger on the street?
Yeah,
I bet
we
they
could-
would
we
all
could
know.
have-
We
phone
could
a
have asked our
stranger.
we could have asked our class today.
Yeah.
They would have told us.
Well, they don't like people from there, I heard. They say that they speak bad French.
Okay.
Someone today said, "Oh, I don't want to." They're gonna listen to the podcast too. Like, I don't want to learn French because the Quebec people speak weird French, and I wouldn't be able to use it in France or something like that. They said.
Weird.
I didn't know
Interesting.
that. Thought there was only one kind of French.
It's kind of like, Texas and Washington.
Yeah, it's like saying I don't want to learn English because people in Louisiana speak stupid.
Right. No. They have a great accent.
I love Louisiana
I know.
accent, but I'm saying if I was this person.
Right.
All right. Well, let's
Okay,
give
Ben, hit me.
Sonna one more
You
here.
want to do another one?
Yeah.
What grade? Pick a grade.
1.
First grade.
Please.
Rewind a little bit.
Yeah, scroll up.
Okay. Have you heard of the boy who cried wolf? Have you heard of this story? It's like a.
This is a yes or no
Yes.
question from the list?
Yes.
That's a correct. Yes.
The correct
You got
answer?
it, yes.
Oh my God, I'm doing good. Hit me with another
How
one.
do they know that?
They knew that you knew.
Yeah, no,
They just
that
wanted
was
to know if
not.
you
That was
knew.
just a predecessor to the actual question.
Mm-hmm.
If you have heard it, then you will know, of course. In the story about the boy who cried wolf, what is the lesson?
The lesson to the boy who cried wolf. Don't scream that I've cut my finger when you're cutting hair if you really haven't. That's
She's
the lesson.
created her own fable about it. The hairdresser who cried, ouch.
Yes,
Yeah,
the
okay.
hairdresser who cried ouch one too many times, because then nobody believes you
Yeah, because
that you've actually cut yourself.
because the moral of the story really is
What? Yeah, what do they have for the, like, list?
Yeah, what is
what's the
the
answer of the moral of the story? Don't lie?
yes, but it's worded in a different way.
Can we hear it?
Always tell the truth.
Oh, okay.
Oh. So if you have not cut yourself, do not say you've cut yourself and ask for a Band-Aid.
Oh my goodness gracious. Always tell the truth. So we've proven once again, hairdressers
Are dumb. I mean,
no,
are not
we're not
dumb.
dumb.
Are not dumb.
We all got right answers, Sonna, where can people where can they find you? What do you got going on? What should people look up if they don't follow you already?
Okay. On Instagram, you can find me at Sonna Brado. That is not Sonia Brado or Sonia Brado.
Or
but-
Sonar-
Or Sonar
Bordeaux.
Brado. Yeah. It's SONNA BRADO. And I'm on TikTok also, but I don't do much. I know you keep telling me to just put those
You just
videos
gotta
on
dive
TikTok.
right in.
Because, it's hard enough on Instagram, but TikTok seems like a whole nother brutal animal.
Yeah,
Just
but don't you
don't
think it's
respond
fun
to
when
anything.
little
Yeah.
Just
kids
don't?
yell at you?
They're
about
12-year-olds.
how bad your
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
is?
You can't get
It is fun.
actually get your feelings hurt because they're so little. They don't know what they're doing.
They're just, they're
Just on there.
They're like puppies.
Yeah. I mean, it's like if a puppy
Yeah.
with puppies have sharp teeth, they bite, kind of
Yeah.
hurts, and you're like,
Draw a
oh,
little blood,
they'll-
but yeah.
eventually
Oh, yeah.
they'll be
They'll grow
fine.
up.
Yeah, exactly. Any classes, anything coming up people can sign up for? What can you got online education or scissors
yes.
maybe? Do you have any of those things?
Oh my gosh, I've got a few things. Yes, actually, next weekend you can't actually buy tickets anymore. But I'm doing an event at Hair Camp.
Oh yeah, that looks
Yeah.
fun. What is that? What is
That
going on?
is-
with
That
that?
is
fun.
Who put that on?
that is hair. It's called Hair Camp, and that
You
is the
camp there?
organization. Yeah, we are
It's
outside
4-H.
of Cincinnati. No,
Probably
it's not
when
4-H.
probably when this comes out, you'll be at it.
I
Yeah,
will
you will be
probably
there.
be at it, and they'll probably send me home.
Yeah,
because they heard about
Yeah.
you pranking people or something?
they might know. But yeah, we're going to be actually camping. There's archery. There's
Man, who's putting this
yurts. It's called
Hair
Hair
camp.
Camp.
on? But who's
She
the
said-
person? There's got to be a person.
Sam Hills and
Who in the Sam Hill is
who
that?
in the Sam
Yeah,
Hill?
that
Sam
does not
Hills?
sound real.
It is real.
And Harry
Honest.
Camp.
It is real.
Sammy
And Shane,
Hills and
Shane,
Harry
I don't know
Harry
Shane's last
Campanile.
name. And then Paula Henson. I've worked with her before. And yeah, we're staying in a yurt, and
That's sweet.
I'm doing hands-on. I'm doing a shape-shifting class, which is basically
Where she
shapes
turns into
inside
a
of
gecko.
shapes. Yeah,
Weird.
a gecko with spine.
Ooh, yeah, she knows she likes.
Yeah. But no, I'm doing a texturizing class that I call
okay.
shape shifting, which is placing shapes inside of shapes to create fullness or reduce bulk, and just basically shifting shapes.
Cool.
And then after that, I'm in Mexico for
Ooh, what are you doing?
vacation.
Okay, for vacation, sweet.
Yes, Mexico
Sounds
City
nice,
and
yeah.
San Miguel de Allende with some girlfriends.
You go to Mexico City a lot? Is that a place that
I've
you've
never been there,
Okay.
but I hear it's amazing. I can't wait to go.
You should put on a class while you're there.
I think
I
you
know.
should try
You
their
I
go
know.
right off
tacos.
the whole thing, and I bet it would sell out, and we'd be interested because we have thought about doing the same thing. So we want to hear how it
Yeah,
goes.
yeah. I don't know how what my friends would think of that.
You just do
though.
like a 2-hour demo one night.
Maybe.
Quick, just knock out a quick
Okay, we'll talk.
cutting
We'll
demo.
talk. Yeah, I might actually do it.
Yeah, you have scissors as well that people could buy?
I do. Yes. Thank you for bringing that up. I have my angel blades, and we just actually are restocked on them. As I know you're familiar with the out of stock
Stocking
restock,
issues, yeah.
out of stock restock. But yes, we just got in a bunch of 6-inch angel blades, and we should have 7-inch and our texturizers. We've got our carven slides.
And have these actually been touched by an angel?
They are.
You know.
There's a movie about it.
I believe yes. I'm just going to say yes. Ben.
What's your
They've
number
been
one
touched
mover?
by an angel.
Like your scissor that goes
6-inch.
The 6-inch.
Yeah, definitely
And-
6-inch.
And after
Yeah.
that, like, was there? So for us, I thought that the 5.5-inch scissors were going to be
Please don't say that. We just ordered 5.5.
a huge sell.
Yeah.
And I mean, they sell, but compared to 7s, like 7s and 6s move like crazy. 5.5s, like it's more niche. I was wondering about your carving, your dry cutters.
the carve and slide are traditionally a dry cutting shear, and they have the rounded blade on them, so they actually don't cut a straight line. They push the hair, and they're beautiful for working with wet hair and a lot of the carving stuff we were doing. So if you need a pair, just let me know.
Every time that Sonna says angel blades, Todd's gonna edit over fancy scissors.
Yeah.
Fancy blades. Fancy. No, one thing I love about working with you guys, both Ben and Jacob, and be serious now, is that you're always so supportive of other artists and of the things that people are doing. And I've seen it with myself. I've seen it, you help other hairdressers, and just have always given freely of your knowledge and contacts and just different things. So
No, well, we want to help our friends, that's for sure.
Yeah,
We
I
want
mean,
everyone. When everybody wins, we win.
exactly.
The
tide, what is it? The
Rising
rising tide
tide.
raises all boats.
That's
Oh, you guys are
I know, philosophical.
shipmen.
yeah.
I did have a boat.
Did you?
Yeah, it sank. Yeah,
Boy.
I know. It was on Lake
Were you on
Union.
it?
No, but I was on it the night before it sank, and I didn't turn off the water from the dock to the boat, and it was.
Oh, you think it.
You just marked out that you
No,
sank the boat?
shh. I did not. I actually did not sink the boat. It was like not a comedy of errors, but there were so many things in this chain of events. It was a 52-foot Chris Craft, like an old, beautiful
Yeah, that's
wooden
so awesome
boat.
to have that. Yeah.
It was like magical. But there was a splitter on the dock, and I thought that the splitter was just there so two people could use the same hose or the same outlet. What is it called? Outlet, not outlet.
Hose.
The hose.
Hose.
We'll still go with hose, yeah.
But there was a splitter on it, but it broke because it was really cold and freezing weather in Spokane,
So it's like
Seattle.
you got to leave your faucet running when it's cold or
Exactly.
something.
Were these hose in different areas?
The hose were not in front of the salon.
Oh my God.
Different
Anyway,
area codes.
anyway, real quick, long story short, I hooked up my hose, to the dock. And when I left, I knew I should have turned off the water, but I was coming back in 2 days. So
How much water could really come through
how
this
much
boat?
water?
days,
How much
I
water
mean.
could come through in 2 days? Too much.
Yeah.
I'm
How
telling
much
you, too much.
consistently running water could come out of
I'd
this
have
in
to sink
48
one-
hours.
one
Way
boat.
too much.
One beautiful
One beautiful,
dream of a
beautiful
boat.
boat.
Dang.
Don't listen to this, Mark.
You guys ever watch
He won't.
Mythbusters?
No.
They one time raised a sunken boat by filling it with ping pong balls. That is true.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wow.
And we'll see you next week
That would
on
be
the podcast.
interesting.
All right. Happy Sunday, everybody.